sexist comments or intimidating actions directed at the players, coaches, staff members, officials, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the ballpark. Thank you in advance for your attention and cooperation. Winner leaves. Let's remember to always exhibit good sportsmanship. Now for our starting lineups. First for Clayton Clovers, leading off third baseman for North Carolina Western, number 2, Davey Morgan. Batting second catching from Hartford Community College, number 27, Peter Maldonado. Batting third, second baseman from Indiana Tech, number 5, Miles Snyder. Batting fourth, the designated hitter from NC State, number 10, Garrett Moffitt. Batting fifth, first baseman from Chowan, number 32, Jackson Dunn. Batting sixth, playing shortstop for Mount Olive, number 6, Zach Zotowski. Batting seventh, the left fielder from UNC Pembroke, number 3, Isaiah Thomas. Batting eighth, playing right field from North Carolina Western, number 7, Zachary Lyon. Batting ninth, center fielder from Gaston College, number 17, Zach Stark. Pitching tonight from College of Southern Maryland, number 13, Roy Payne. Previous starters for your Steamers, leading off the shortstop from Fairmont State, number 4, Brian Goff. Batting second, the left fielder from West Virginia State, number 22, Ryan Kay. Batting third, first baseman from Olive College, number 29, Gabe Kirk. Batting fourth, the extra hitter from Duke, number 24, Macon Winslow. Batting fifth, the designated hitter from Catawba Valley, number 20, Tate Allen. Batting sixth, center fielder from North Carolina Western, number 16, Griffin Patton. Batting seventh, the right fielder from West Virginia State, number 10, Nate Carlson. Batting eighth and catching from Johan, number 5, GMR Santana.
Welcome on into Steamers Baseball. I'm Jacob Smedley. We're calling the game with you. The Steamers set to take on the Clayton Clovers in their third game of the season, their second home matchup And a 3-game homestand here at historic Hicks Field. We're getting set for first pitch at 7:05. A little recap of last night's action. The Steamers looking for their 3rd straight win after a 6-2 victory over the rival Tarboro River Bandits. The Steamers scoring 6 runs within the first 4 innings and a dominant bullpen performance leading to the victory. And coming into tonight's ball game, the Clayton Clovers 4-4 overall, 3-4 in the Old North State League, facing off against the Steamers for the 2nd consecutive season. The 2 teams faced off last year 2 times, scheduled to play 4 games, but the final 2 were canceled due to rain. The Steamers won the first 2 matchups by both a final score, winning both matchups and taking the season series 2-0 altogether, and getting set for the action here. The umpires have arrived. Starting lineups for both sides. We announce those once the players have arrived on the field, after we have a conversation at the plate. Steamers starting lineup tonight. Ryan Goff, the shortstop, will lead off. Batting second, the left fielder, Ryan Kay. Batting third, the first baseman, Gabe Kirk. Batting fourth, the extra hitter, Macon Winslow. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Tate Abbott. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Drifton Paget. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Nate Paulson. Batting eighth, the catcher, Giomar Santana. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Ty Garza. And batting 10th, the second baseman, Luke Myers. And on the mound for the Steamers is right-hander Cody Ives from Chowan University. Again, for the Steamers, that's Goff, K. Kirk, Winslow, Abbott, Paget, Paulson, Santana, Garza, and Myers. For the visiting Clovers, only 9 to the plate tonight. Based on the rules, the PCL rule this season is 10 batters. Adding the extra hitter. The extra hitter, unlike the DH, is just an added batter in the starting lineup. Cannot be substituted out for any starter or any relief pitcher, rather. And the PCL, the only league absolving with that, the Old North State League, where the Clovers are from, it's a 9-batter league. So the starting lineup for the Clovers, batting first and at third base, is Davey Morgan. Batting second and catching is Peter Maldonado. Batting third and playing second base is Mike Snyder. Batting fourth and DHing is Garrett Moffett. Batting fifth and playing first base is Jackson Dunlap. Batting sixth and playing shortstop is Zach Zoltowski. Batting seventh, the left fielder Isaiah Thomas. Batting eighth, the right fielder Zach Lyon. And batting ninth, the center fielder Jack Stark. And on the mound for the Clovers is right-hander Roy Taman, one of 2 Taman brothers on the Clovers. Pair of teams with a pair of brothers. The Pagets for the Steamers and the Tamans for the Clovers. Clovers and the Steamers getting set for action here. The managers set to come out. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see at the top of the hour the Steamers and the Clovers coming up. Having trouble with your propane provider and it's a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Farewell Gas. For easy and reliable service, Farewell Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a team of friendly professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at farewellgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon. Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. 7 minutes to go till first pitch. A meeting of the minds here tonight. Starting lineups again for each side as we get set for the Steamers' second home game of the season. Ryan Goff leading off at playing shortstop. Batting second, the other Ryan Kay in left field. Batting third, the first baseman, Gabe Kirk. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, the extra hitter, Macon Winslow. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Tate Abbott. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Drifton Paget. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Nate Paulson. Batting eighth, the catcher, Giomar Santana. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Ty Garza. And batting 10th, the second baseman, Luke Myers, with the right-hander from Chowan University, Cody Ives, on the mound. For the visiting Clayton Clovers, leading off and playing third base, number 2, Davey Morgan. Batting second, the catcher, Peter Maldonado. Batting third, the second baseman, Mike Snyder. And number 4, batting fourth, the designated hitter, Griffin Moffitt. And at first base, batting fifth, Jackson Dunlap. Zach Zotowski, 6th. Isaiah Thomas, 7th. Zach Lyon, 8th. And batting 9th is Jack Stark, with Roy Taman on the mound for the Clovers. We're going to step aside for the national anthem.
There it is. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job there, Mr. Turner. And thank you to our Field of Dreams team.
Steamers and Clovers is coming up at the top of the hour. First pitch, just a few minutes away. Stick with us. You're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on YouTube.
We're going to send it down to
Welcome back to Steamers Baseball here on YouTube, getting set for first pitch here tonight. Cody Ives on the mound for the Steamers. The right-hander from Chowan University made 15 appearances for Chowan, the Hawks, in the spring. Finished the spring with a 17.29 ERA. And leading off the game for the Clovers is third baseman Davey Morgan. Morgan so far on the year for the Clovers, 7 games played, 32 plate appearances, a 364 average, 531 OBP, and the first pitch at one inside for a ball to Morgan. It's 1-0. And the pitch inside, 2-0 to Morgan. And the 2-0 pitch is outside, 3-0 to Morgan. And the 3-0 is in there for a called strike. Cody Ives, first start, did not start for Chowan in the spring. Came in more of middle relief role, and the 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4. And something the Steamers pitchers struggled with last night continues into tonight. A leadoff walk to Morgan. To bring up the catcher, Peter Maldonado, the left-handed hitter. Maldonado so far, 23 at-bats, a 217 average, 333 OBP. The 261 slugging, and he takes a fastball in there for a strike. Maldonado in his second season with the Clovers. The offensive leaders last year, about a 277 for Clayton. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2. 0-2 count to Maldonado. Morgan over at first base, he walked, and the 0-2 is high. Giomar Santana behind the plate. At first base, Gabe Kirk. Second base, Luke Myers. Shortstop, Ryan Goff. Third base, Ty Garza. In the outfield for the Steamers, and left, Ryan Kay. Center field, Drifton Paget. And in right field, Nate Paulson. The 1-2 pitch skied over towards third. Garza looks like he's got a play on it and will let it go foul just outside, and it will remain 1-2. The starting lineup for the visiting Clovers: Davey Morgan leading off and playing third base. Maldonado batting second, he'll catch. Batting third, Mike Snyder, the second baseman. Batting fourth is Griffin Moffitt, the designated hitter, and the 1-2 is high. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jackson Dunlap. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Zach Zoltowski. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Isaiah Thomas. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Zach Lyon. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Jackson Stark. Ball low, just missed, and now the count runs full to Maldonado. Peter Maldonado. Hartford Community College, the 3-2, and a walk from Maldonado. We'll put 2 runners on. Some confusion out on the field from the throwdown from Santana. But nonetheless, back-to-back walks to start the game for the Clovers, and will bring up the second baseman, Mike Snyder, who has been the best offensive player for the Clovers so far through the team's 8 games. Clovers coming into the game with a 4-4 record, 3-4 in conference play in the Old North State League, and the first pitch to Snyder is a ball low, and it's 1-0. Ives' eerily similar start to Loveday yesterday. Zane Loveday went 3 1/3 against the River Bandits. Gave up 2 runs, but walked 4, gave up 5 hits. but had trouble staying in the zone, and the 1-0 pitch is inside. I've struggled with walks this season as well. As final 6 appearances with the Hawks, walked at least one batter. 2-0 now to Mike Snyder. 4 games played, 19 plate appearances, a .417 average for the Clovers second baseman, and the 2-0 pitch drifts high. The count goes to 3-0. Strike zone eluding the right-hander from Camden, North Carolina here. Runners on first and second. Morgan and Maldonado both walks, and the 3-0 is high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded here in the first. And Giomar Santana will go out and talk with Ives. Cody Ives and Santana both from Chowan. Santana caught Ives at the start of the season, but the Hawks opting to move Giomar. Plays both positions to the outfield as Coach Justin Hill will come out. Third game of the season for the Steamers, 2-0 so far. Won the first game of the season 10-1 against the Outer Banks Scallywags on Thursday. And last night taking down the Tarboro River Bandits 6-2. For the Clovers so far this season, 4-4. Started their season on May 20th against the Kingston Wingmen. Lost 6-4. Followed up with another loss on Sunday to the Sanford Spinners. Started the season 1-3, but have gone 3-1 in their last 4 games. Taking down the River City Skippers, Oak City Gliders twice, and losing to the Spinners most recently. And now batting is Griffin Moffitt, who sends a fly ball foul over the left side, and it's 0-1 to the redshirt freshman from NC State. Interesting situation here for Moffitt. NC State still playing the Super Regional. Deciding to play summer ball, work on his game with the Clovers as he takes a ball outside. He's in there at DH tonight. And the Clovers, just a reminder, batting 9 guys tonight. Maybe get a few guys extra at-bats, but in the PCL, 10 at-bats, a line drive up the middle, a base hit. 1 run will come in. Maldonado coming home. The throw is wide. 2 runs score on the RBI hit by Griffin Moffitt. And the Clovers take an early 2-0 lead here in the first. Griffin Moffitt with the RBI knock. Garrett Moffitt, excuse me, with the RBI knock. And the first pitch in there to the first baseman, Jackson Dunlap, is in there for a called strike. Clovers wasting no time. 3 straight walks by Ives to load the bases, and Moffitt taking advantage. An RBI single to center. A drive by Dunlap to right. Playable for Paulson. He'll get under it. Stopping at second is Snyder. A fly out from Dunlap. Runners remain at first and second. And now coming up to the plate is the shortstop, Zach Zoltowski. Huge out for Ives here. Right-hander number 6. Freshman from Chowan, first year of collegiate experience. Big lead out there for Snyder, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Zoltowski. Zach Zoltowski. At the dish, and the 0-1 pitch. Shot over to first, under the glove of Kirk. Rounding third and stopping at third. On the throw in is Snyder, and the bases are now loaded. The second hit of the inning for the Clovers. Past the dive of Kirk, and the trouble continues for the Steamers. 2 runs already across, and the bases loaded here in the top half of the first. And now stepping in, the left fielder Isaiah Thomas from UNC Pembroke. And the first pitch, a big cut and a miss from Thomas. The junior from Troy, North Carolina. 5 appearances in the spring. 3 starts, and he takes the next pitch in there for a strike. Did not play in 2021 due to injury. Limited time at UNC Pembroke. Phenomenal in high school and all-state, all-conference. And takes the pitch low, gets away from Santana. In from third comes Snyder. And the bleeding just keeps coming for the Clovers. Steamers unable to stop it. A wild pitch, and it's 3-0. Santana again, a catcher outfielder there. Ives spiking one in the dirt. And just like that, the Clovers lead it 3-0 with 2 more in striking distance. Corners playing in here, and the 1-2 pitch lined out to left. Kay coming in. He will not get there. It falls in front. 1 run coming in. Another one gunned out at the plate. The throw from Kay gets a second runner. 1 run scores. Advancing to second is Thomas. 2 outs. 4 runs now for the Clovers. And there's 2 away in the first. What a throw by Kay. What a tag by Santana. And now standing in is the right fielder Zach Lyon, the 8th man to bat in the inning. 4-0 lead. And the first pitch to him is low, ball 1. 4 runs on 3 hits for the Clovers. Incredible play by Kay. Almost got the catch there. Then the composure, runner sent, and gunning him out at the plate. Then the 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Started out with the 3 walks to load the bases. And since then, a fly out, a single, a fly out, a base hit, and then a 1 RBI hit, and an out at home. And Lyon, the 8th man to bat, coming in. Zach Lyon from NC Wesleyan University. One of 2 on this Clovers team. Grounder over to third. Garza gets down on it. Throw over to first. And that'll end the tumultuous top of the first inning for the Steamers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The visiting Clovers lead the Clams 4-0. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up some Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at Historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field, a 4-run top of the first inning for the Clovers. The first time the Steamers have trailed in a ball game. They did not trail in either of their first 2 games, the first 15 innings of the season against the Scallywags and the River Bandits. And the first pitch to Ryan Goff is taken low and outside against Roy Taman from Prince George, Virginia. Ground ball by Goff to third. Throw to first. Goes by the first baseman, Dunlap, and Goff gets to second. A sharp ground ball that Morgan couldn't handle. And the offensive machine through the first 2 games, Goff is on. Ryan Goff, 4 hits so far on the season, a .571 average. He's driven in 5 runs. And they're going to give it a hit to Goff. It was a sharp hit. And now the left fielder, Ryan Kay, from Murrieta, California, just arrived in yesterday, and he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Again, going back to Roy Taman, him and his brother Ryan from Prince George, Virginia. Knows this field well, pitched against the Edenton Aces as Kay grounds that one to short. Zotowski scoops it and throws over to first for out number 1. Advancing on the play is Goff, and there's 1 out and a runner at third for the first baseman, Gabe Kirk. Gabe Kirk coming in. Kirk so far this season, 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 3 walks. Kirk sends a drive to center field. Drifting back is Starger, will be plenty deep to score Goff, who puerts home, and the Steamers get a run back in the bottom half. Kirk not wasting any time there, swinging first pitch, drives it out to Stark in center field. And now a 4-1 ball game, and Macon Winslow coming up to the plate. Winslow, productive first inning last night, went 1 for 4, but had an RBI hit that drove in a run, and he takes the first pitch outside. Duke University commit, but has some potential prospects elsewhere this summer as he fouls it off. Potential MLB draft pick. Draft combine coming up in a month. How's the 1-0 pitch outside? RBI single last night into left field. Gave the Steamers 1-0 lead at the time. 1-1 pitch grounded over to Dunlap. He'll take it right to the bag, and that will end the inning. The Steamers get a run back, but still trail it 4-1. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have 4 fireworks shows remaining throughout the summer. You can catch these shows on Thursday, June 8th, Saturday, June 24th, Saturday, July 2nd, and Saturday, July 29th. Mark your calendars, and we will see you at the ballpark. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field, top of the second inning. Already 5 runs across, 4 runs for the Clovers in the top half, led by A handful of walks to start, a few singles, and a double and one throwout. Could have been 5-0. Steamers got a run back in the bottom of the first. Goff scoring on a sac fly in the bottom of the order in there. Bunt, Ives fielding it, throw, Kirk could not hold on. Jack Stark, the number 9 man in the Clovers order, lays down a sac bunt. Ives fields it, and Kirk could not hold on. The throw was inside. The error going to get ruled here on the Steamers, and coming up in the top of the order is Davey Morgan. He walked his first time and scored, and the first pitch to Morgan is in there for a strike. Davey Morgan last year a force at the plate for the Clovers. Last season, 39 games played, 177 plate appearances as he takes the 0-1 pitch low. .147 at-bats, .374 average, led the entire Clayton team. And the 1-1 pitch is low and away. And back for a second season, and this season picking up right where he left off, a .364 average, .531 OBP, and a .555 slugging. Another battling Bishop from NC Wesleyan. And the 2-1 pitch skied to right field foul territory. Paulson gives it a chase, and it will go out of play, 2-2. So far, a great season for the NC Wesleyan products. Steamers, Chandler, Paget, and Drifton Paget. Drifton had 2 hits last night, including an RBI hit, and Chandler 5 innings, only allowing 1 run in the team's first game against the Scallywags. The 2-2 is fouled off. And for the Clovers, Morgan, as mentioned, has been stupendous, and Zach Lyon as well. .214 average as well, playing a strong right field. 2-2 pitch, and that one low, and the count runs full, and Ives is in danger of walking Morgan for a second time. 4-1 ball game here at historic Hicks Field, the Steamers' 3rd game of the season. First non-PCL game against the Clayton Clovers from the Old North State League. And the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out for out number 1, the first strikeout of the game for Ives. And there's one away, and coming up to the plate is the catcher, Peter Maldonado. And the first pitch to Maldonado swung on, blooped into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Advancing to second is Stark, and now 2 on with 1 out, and will bring up Mike Snyder. Another really bloop hit from the Clovers. Not a ton of hard contact so far, but have gotten the job done and found the creases in the defense. And now Mike Snyder will come up. Snyder, the 3rd walk of the first inning. No walks here in the second, but a pair of hits. And Ives gets Snyder to swing over top of the breaking ball. Like Snyder. Starting at third base today, or second base rather. Takes the 0-1 pitch outside. 1-1 to Snyder. Ives checks second, and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Snyder from Indiana Tech, a 5th year catcher, but playing second base today. Originally a catcher by trade. Didn't really play much this season. Off at third is Stark. And swinging, fouling it off. The old-fashioned hit and run by Snyder. Don't see that a ton these days. One of the 3 true outcomes. I saw a few hit and runs last night for the River Bandits against the Steamers. Trying to get some guys in motion. The Steamers haven't stolen a base so far this season in 2 games. The River Bandits ran wild last night. 6 stolen bases. And Ives steps off as the center fielder Stark taunting him out there a little bit at second base, dancing back and forth. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the second baseman Snyder with runners on first and second. Pitch, line drive to center. Coming all the way in, Padgett. He's going to play it on a bounce. Throw to third, and he got him. Drifting Padgett, don't think he saw it initially, came running in at the end. Stark had to hold up because of the catch, and Padgett throws a dart to third and gets the lead runner. Padgett, it looked like he turned a bit back, didn't see it initially as the lights started to come on here at Historic Hicks Field. Dropped in front of him, but great awareness and threw a dart to Garza at third. 2 on, 2 out. And the pitch in there to Moffitt, second time up in the second inning. In the first, a ground ball up the middle that plated 1 and gave the Clovers an early 1-0 lead. 1-0, 2 outs, 2 on. Clovers searching for more. It's big, cut and a miss. Ives going with the breaking pitch here. A huge spot in the game early. Clovers already up 3 with 2 more ducks on the pond. Stark at second. Line drive to center. Padgett drifting back. He'll make the catch. And Ives dodges trouble in the top half of the second. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Clovers lead the Steamers 4-1. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at Historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field. I'm Jacob Smedley, your voice for every Steamers home game this year on YouTube. And stepping in against Roy Taman is the Steamers' designated hitter for tonight's game, Tate Abbott. Abbott with an RBI double in last night's game takes a strike in there. The first pitch he sees, and swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Taman so far this season, 8 innings pitched. 2 games played in 2 starts. That run in the first was the first run he had allowed. He's thrown 96 pitches, and the 0-2 is outside, ball 1 to Abbott. Okay, Abbott Swing and a miss. And he's down swinging, and there's one away here in the bottom half of the second. And coming to the plate is the center fielder, Driftin' Paget. Made a few nice plays there in the top half of the second, but last night on the offensive side, double and a single. And Taman's first pitch is outside. Paget, as mentioned last night, few games ago, twin brother Chandler, Steamers starter, went 5 innings in the first matchup against Outer Banks in Mateo, North Carolina. Quickly 2-0 to the center fielder. Taman's 2-0 is high, and the count is 3-0 to the Clam center fielder Paget. One of 4 NC Wesleyan products on the field. And the 3-0 is high, ball 4, and the Steamers have a base runner in the second. And now stepping up is Nate Paulson, the right fielder, the 2022 Gesicki Gold Award winner, the Steamers MVP award last season. Dominant for the Steamers. 35 games played, and he takes a ball outside. Second only to Chase Bruno. 143 plate appearances, 36 hits, 3 home runs. He sends a fly ball to right. Lyon giving chase, and it'll exit over by the top. 1-1. Paulson, 16 runs batted in, 26 runs, second to Chase Bruno in the MVP award, second in a lot of offensive categories to the Steamers shortstop in 2022. A major contributor and a huge loss when he went down late in the season. Still battling an injury, recovering from a slat tear in his shoulder suffered earlier in the spring. Coach Hill kind of working him back, and he takes the 2-1 pitch to right. Lyon might have a play on this one, and he does. Tagging from first and going to second is Paget. A phenomenal play out there. Dodging the visitors' bullpen was Lyon. Went right through the gate to make the catch. And there's 2 outs. Paget advances to second. And now coming up, the catcher, Giomar Santana. Paulson gave it a ride, but Lyon, great recovery speed to track it down past the foul line. And now the catcher, Giomar Santana, he started left field yesterday, and behind the plate tonight, just showing his versatility. The Vega Baja, Puerto Rico native. One of 3 catchers on the Steamers roster. Each one has started a game this season. Santana up the middle. 2 hops. Snyder throws to first, and he got him. 1 left. After the bottom of the second, we go to the top half of the third. The Clovers lead the Steamers 4-1. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. That Steamers run in the first inning was brought to you by Feral Gas is working with your propane provider a hassle, then it's time to switch to Feral Gas. For easy and reliable service, Feral Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at feralgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Top half of the third inning, 4-1. Clovers in front. Cody Ives out for his third inning of work. And the first pitch in there for a strike. 5, 6, 7. Dunlap, Zotulski, and Thomas for the Clovers. And the 0-1 pitch is skied to right field. Paulson has it tracked down, and he makes the catch. 2 pitches, 1 out. Cody Ives looking for that illustrious 1-2-3 inning. Gave up 4 runs in the first, 3 walks, a few hits. And then in the second, gave up a few hits, a few base runners, but was able to dodge any further damage. And now the shortstop, Zach Zoltowski, stepping in. First pitch to Zoltowski is taken outside. University of Mount Olive, the junior, teammates with Steamers, Davis Halstead and Alden Cottle. Mount Olive. And the 1-2 fouled straight back. Zoltowski from Raleigh, North Carolina. 17 games played, 8 games started. He got 39 at-bats, a 3.08 average, 4.10 slugging for the Spartans in the spring. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, grounded foul, and it goes to 1-2. Ives definitely has settled in since that rough first inning where he walked the first 3 batters, allowed a few hits, and the Clovers really piled on offensively. Steamers couldn't stop the bleeding. But since then, only a few base runners, some help by his defense and center fielder Paget. And the 1-2 to second. Myers drifts back and makes the catch, and 2 quick outs here in the third. Great breaking pitch by Ives off the end of the bat by Zoltowski. And Myers drifts back and makes the catch. And now the left fielder, Isaiah Thomas, not to be confused with former NBA players, Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, Brandon Phillips last night for the River Bandits. Thomas, this one cued to short. Goff comes in and makes the play. 1-2-3 inning. Ives once, and 1-2-3 inning he will get. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Clovers lead the Steamers 4-1. Every year, the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. On Saturday, July 15th, the Steamers will wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Catfish Hunter is an MLB Hall of Fame pitcher that lived just a short distance from historic Hicks Field and was even a host family for the Steamers organization in its inaugural year. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. Bottom half of the third inning, due up for the Steamers 9, 10, and 1, excuse me. Garza, Myers, and Goff, the infielders, due up. Ty Garza at shortstop, at third base tonight. Third base last night. Didn't get a hit in 3 at-bats. And a big cut and a miss at the first pitch from Taman. infielder from Barton College. The 0-1 driven to right field. Lyon moving over and he makes the catch. Great catch on the run by Zach Lyon, and there's one away here in the bottom half of the third. And now due up is the second baseman, Luke Myers. Myers entered late in yesterday's ball game, got one at-bat, worked a walk. His at-bat was after the about 10 to 15 minute delay here at historic Hicks Field, an umpire change. And he takes the first pitch in there for a strike from Taman. Myers learning his nickname, Mighty Mouse. His time at Maryland Eastern Shore, teammates with former Steamer, Brantley Cutler. Second baseman. Played 52 games in the spring for the Hawks. And he takes the pitch outside for a ball. And the next pitch outside. It's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch to Myers, swing and a miss, and the count goes full. And the 3-2 pitch, Myers grounds it up the middle. Gonna be a tough play for Snyder, and he won't have one. Myers reaches. And the Steamers will have a runner on as Ryan Goff comes up to the plate. Ryan Goff up reached in the first inning. And Goff fouls off, probably really the Steamers' best hitter so far. 5 runs batted in. Gave him a hit in the first inning on a ground ball to third. Give him 5 hits now on the season to go along with 5 RBIs. A back throw. Myers is back in there as the count goes to 1-1 to Goff. Goff picking right where he left off in the spring. 298 average, 720 slugging. He grounds it to short. Should be 2. Throw to first is not in time. Goff beats it out, and it'll be a force out as Goff reaches. Another slowly hit ground ball, the one to Snyder. Myers reaching. That one to Zotowski, tough to turn to with the speedster Goff. And now Ryan Kay standing in. 0 for 1, he grounded out in the first. Kay, one of 4 players from West Virginia State University. When going around Edenton, they might have an abbreviation, West Virginia State Steamers. As Kay knocks that one foul. With Tyler Overitis, got the night off tonight. Tyrus Baumgartner, his 3rd year with the Steamers, should be arriving in a few weeks. And Nate Paulson. And the 0-1 pitch outside, it's 1-1. Only Steamer from California. Oh, yeah, to California. Padres fan. We had a Yankees hat the other day, saw him around the ballpark. Kay lines it, and it will go above Zoltowski in the center field. Kay with his first hit of the season, his first Steamers hit since 2021, and the Steamers have the wheels going here in the bottom of the third. 2 on, 2 out, and now the first baseman, Gabe Kirk, will stand in. Kirk advanced Goff to third. Or rather, scored Goff in the first, Outside. Scored him on the sac fly, another RBI for Kay. And the 1-0 is a fastball high so far on the season for Kirk. 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 3 walks, a .250 average. 571 OBP and a .250 slugging. The 2-0 pitch from Taman is in there for a strike to send the count to 2-1. The 2-1 is high, 3-1. Damon in danger of walking his second batter of the game. Walked Paget in the second. The 3-1 to Kirk is in there for a called strike. Kirk can't believe it. Turns his head in frustration. A breaking pitch that just floated in there. Maldonado a few gestures as well, and that breaking ball drifts outside. That one is outside. Kirk reaches with a walk, and now a primed opportunity for the Steamers to get back into it. Bases loaded, and the extra hitter, Macon Winslow, stepping in. Macon Winslow, the Steamers' extra hitter, caught last night's game. An opportunity here, grounds it to short. Zotowski coming in, throws to Dunlap at first, and the Steamers squander a key opportunity in the third. Leave 3. We go to the top half of the fourth. The Clovers lead the Steamers 4-1. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, and an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. We go to the top half of the fourth inning. After 5 runs from both sides in the first, both teams held scoreless in the second and the third. The Steamers, in the bottom half of the third, bases loaded opportunity with the cleanup hitter Macon Winslow up and just could not convert. Swung at the first pitch, surprised that he did that with Kirk working the walk. But nonetheless, the Steamers come away scoreless, and now stepping in is the right fielder Lyon. 8-9-1, Lyon, Stark, and Morgan, and the first pitch to Lyon is taken low for ball 1. Lyon, a few great plays in right field so far. The senior, Northwestern College, teammates with Paget in the outfield. And the 1-0 is taken low. Lyon, 44 games played, 187 at-bats, second out of his teammate here with the Clovers, Davey Morgan. Gotta believe there's some recruiting involved, both of them in their second season with the Clovers. And the 2-0 is low. It's now 3-0. Ives, after retiring 4 straight batters and really making quick work out of it, it's now fallen behind 3-0 to Lyon in his 4th inning of work. And the 3-0 pitch is low, ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Lyon will give the Clovers a base runner here in the 4th. And now Jack Stark, the switch hitter from Virginia Beach, will step in. Bunted for a hit in the 2nd inning, was left stranded, but got gunned out at third rather on the play by Paget. Comes in, 1 on, no 1 out, and Ives the first pitch. That one lined through the hole on the right side, a base hit. Lyon will stop at second, and 2 on with nobody out. More traffic on the base paths for the Clovers, and now the top of the lineup for Davey Morgan. who struck out his last time, walked his first time, come in with an opportunity to extend the Clovers' lead. 1-2-3 inning in the third for Ives. Clovers stranded a few in the second, and they've got a few more here in the fourth, and the first pitch to Morgan outside. Lefty Ruben Costin starting to warm already in the Steamers bullpen. Here in the fourth inning in a 4-1 ball game. Corners in here with runners at first and second. And the 1-0 pitch is low, ball 2. Have to imagine, got the lefty Maldonado, Snyder, Moffitt, few lefties up. O'Chill might be thinking about pulling the trigger here on a move as Morgan swings and misses to the lefty, who's warming up in the bullpen in a 4-1 ball game. Davey Morgan, as mentioned, teammates with Lyon, who's out at second, and NC Wesleyan. And that one skied right side of the infield, Kirk, and it'll get out of play. And the count goes to 2-2. Ives again, the freshman from Chowan, Camden, North Carolina native, 6'1", 175, 12 appearances, 1-1 with a 17.61 earned run average. Struggle really came from the walks. Seen a few of that tonight, and the 2-2 is outside. The count is full. Be surprised if the runners take off here with Morgan at the dish. And Ives steps off. Full count pitch coming. No one out here in the top half of the fourth. Runners on first and second for the Clovers. That one grounded to third. Garza dives. Garza to second. He gets the out at second base. A phenomenal play by Garza. And there's one away. That one doesn't get stopped. Probably in the left field, and a run scores. And at least for now, the Clovers are held off the board. What a play by Ty Garza. Ty Garza with a phenomenal stop, laying out for it. And now runners on the corners with one out, the Steamers. Giomar Santana coming out, given the sign here. Last night, Tarboro stole home on a double steal. Wonder if the Clovers will try and employ the same tactics. First pitch fouled off by Maldonado. Wouldn't expect it, though, with Maldonado, who's now one for one and walked his first time and singled his last time, was left stranded at second in the second inning. Now is an opportunity to give the Clovers a 4-run lead here. Ives, the 0-1 is inside, ball 1. Lyon over at third. He walked. Morgan over at first. And the 1-1 skied. Garza giving chase. Foul line. Garza will give it a look, and it'll hit the 10 over there near the Steamers bullpen. And the count goes to 1-2. Be a huge out with Snyder on deck. Maldonado in there. As Costin continues to throw. 1-2. Morgan getting the sign. He comes set. And he delivers. Breaking a bit from first was Morgan doesn't go, and Maldonado takes the pitch outside. It's 2-2. Maldonado from Wake Forest, North Carolina. The 2-2 pitch. Off and running goes Morgan. The hit and run work to perfection. 1 run will score. Into third goes Morgan. Maldonado is second hit, and the Clovers take a 5-1 lead. They tried the hit and run a few batters ago and in the last inning. And there Maldonado shooting the 2-2 pitch in the left center field, bringing in Lyon, and Morgan heads up base run and gets to third. And Maldonado replaces Morgan, and the lead is now 5-1, and Mike Snyder stepping in. And the first pitch to Snyder is lofted in there for a strike. Really been the walks for Ives today. The 2 innings now that have hurt him, he's walked the first batter. And the 0-1 is low. 25 walks in the spring for Chowan. Already has 4 here. Runners on the corners. 1-1 now to Snyder in his 3rd plate appearance in the 4th inning. 1-1 pitch. And that one outside, another breaking ball. Have to imagine this could be Ives' last batter with the lefty. Moffitt already on deck. The lefty. Hander Cody Ives on the mound. Freshman from Chowan University, his first start. And the Clovers done a number on him so far. The 2-1 fouled off. 5 runs on 7 hits. 1 error for the Clovers. Steamers 1 run so far on 3 hits. 2-2 would be a huge out here to prevent any more further damage. The 2-2 pitch. Slider outside, and the count is now 4. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Morgan at third, Maldonado at first. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with 1 out. And Coach Hill coming outside of the brick blockage there in front of the dugout, and that will do it for the right-hander Cody Ives. The freshman from Chowan goes 3 1/3. He is charged with 5 runs and is responsible for all 3 base runners on Ruben Costin. Gonna be the new pitcher. We're gonna introduce him next. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field, top half of the 4th inning. Bases loaded with 1 out. Some changes to announce. First on the mound, the new left-handed pitcher for the Steamers in there with his first appearance of the season. Lefty from East Stroudsburg University, Ruben Costin, number 14. And now behind the plate, in for Giomar Santana, is Tyler Overitis, who caught the first game of the Steamers season out there catching Costin in almost a 2-for-2 deal coming out of the bullpen. Overitis coming in for Santana, who checks out. And Costin in for Cody Ives, who a quick look back at his start. Three and a third. Gave up 5 runs on 7 hits. But the killer for Ives was the walks. He walked 5 guys, and most of those walks have come around to score, and now Costin has to come in and do some damage control in the 4th. He will face off against Garrett Moffitt, the left-handed hitter from Cary, North Carolina, who's getting set with the bases loaded in a 5-1 game. Costin on the mound from Chesterfield, Virginia. Redshirt freshman, hasn't pitched for East Stroudsburg. 1 appearance, 1 inning, 1 K versus Staten Island in the spring. But comes in a huge spot in this one. Top of the 4th in a 5-1 game. And the first pitch to Moffitt, it just misses low, and it's 1-0. Costin pitched for the PA Rebels Elite in 2019. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Went 1-3 with a 3.80 ERA. Didn't allow a run in 10.2 innings, 10 2/3 for the PA Elite Rebels. And the 1-1 is high. Moffitt already with a hit with runners in scoring position today. Scored a run back in the first. And the 4-run first inning, which now stands as the difference in this one. The 2-1. High, 3-1. And Costin in danger of walking in a run here out of the pen. 3 balls, 1 strike. Moffitt comes in. Costin comes set. And the pitch in there for a called strike. Moffitt walking out of the box a bit too soon, though. It's a called strike, and now another full count pitch. 3-2. 1 out, bases loaded here in the 4th. Costin delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Moffitt swings over the fastball, and 2 away here in the 4th. The fist pump to the mound from Overitis. The duo coming out of the pen and getting 1 out, but still has to retire Jackson Dunlap to get out of the inning with only 1 out allowed. Dunlap, the first baseman, 36 plate appearances, 30 at-bats coming into the game, and he swings at the first pitch and flies it foul and out of play. Oh, 0-1 to Dunlap. The 0-1 pitch. High, ball 1. It's 1-1. Dunlap, Chowan University, sophomore, hailing from the hometown of the Clovers, Clayton, North Carolina. In a big spot here with his team up 4. The 1-1 pitch from Costin on the outside corner. Called strike 2, and Costin 1 strike away from dodging potential peril here in this game early on. Top of the 4th, 5-1 Clovers lead, and they have the bases full. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Costin delivers, and it's outside. Costin, before East Stroudsburg, redshirted at Presbyterian University. We're moving to East Stroudsburg, joining the Steamers this season. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Costin avoids further damage. But the Clovers get a run across to extend the lead to 4. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Clovers 5 and the Steamers 1. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Jacob Smedley here with you on the call. Voice of every Steamers home game this season. All 30 home games and a select few road games. You can tune into every Steamers broadcast right here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. The second home game of the season. But the Steamers are going to have some work to do. The next really 6 innings in this game, down 5-1, and leading off the bottom of the 4th inning is the designated hitter Tate Abbott. Abbott, Paulson, and Overridus due up. And the first pitch to Abbott is fouled off, and it's 0-1. Abbott favorite athlete Matt Carpenter and Bo Jackson. And the 0-1 outside. Talking with him the other day, again, mentioned it last night. Matt Carpenter added to the Steamers. And you can check out the full interview, Catching Up with the Clams, on the Steamers YouTube page, as the 1-1 is in there for a called strike. Still thinking of where you would put Carpenter in this Steamers lineup, especially if Abbott's man in the first base side. The 1-2 pitch. Abbott lines it into right field for a base hit. Tate Abbott leading off the bottom of the 4th with a single. And now Driftin Patchett coming up. Driftin Patchett walked his first time and had 2 hits last night. Again, back to Carpenter. You got first base, second base. He did play a little outfield, I guess, in the majors. Could fit in there. Maybe third base as well, especially with Cottle still out. First pitch in there to a strike for Padgett. But I don't know, if Garza, the play he made earlier today, might not want to take him out either. And the 0-1 pitch. Padgett skies it. First base side, foul line, and Dunlap will give it a look. It goes out of play. And Catching Up with the Clams, a weekly segment on the Steamers YouTube page, catching up with each of the Clams players and know off the field stuff. And the 0-2 pitch outside to Padgett. Driftin Patchett in there. 1-2. Abbott over at first. He singled. Fly ball to right. Lyon drifting over. Lyon, this time he won't get it. Breaking ball for Taymans. Been working that to the outer half, and Padgett late on it. Lyon got to be careful over there. A little opening into the visitors' bullpen. Made a catch over there before. Danger, especially looking up towards the ball. Don't want to run in and to the fence area. Watching the fence as well. We'll do it again with the 1-2 and the pitch from Tayman. This one way outside. Padgett lays off of it. Nate Paulson due up next. And Tyler Overitis with his first at-bat of the game. Padgett sends one to right. This one playable for Lyon. He steps back, comes in, and makes the catch. 1 out here in the 4th. All breaking balls really to Padgett. That one finally put in play and lines out. 1 on, 1 out for Nate Paulson. Paulson probably the most accomplished steamer on the team, as mentioned in the 2nd. Award winner, that one gets behind Maldonado, goes up the first base line, and Abbott will take advantage and trot down to 2nd. A pass ball will be ruled there, and now a runner in scoring position, and as the Steamers looking to match the run scored in the 4th with a run of their own. But going back to Paulson, 2022 PCL Steamers All-Star, mentioned the award winner. The major thing has been the injuries for him. Missed the end of the last season with a thumb injury. And then, of course, mentioned earlier, the slat tear is still working back from. Two 2-0 the count to Paulson. Tame in the pitch, and Paulson takes it outside, and it's now 3-0. 3-0, Tyler Overitis on deck. His first at-bat of the game coming. And the 3-0 in there for a called strike. Paulson taking all the way. Paulson in right field today. Was in left field in the season opener. Came in late in the game yesterday. And the 3-1 is taken outside for a ball. And the Steamers have 2 on with 1 out for the catcher, Tyler Overitis. Mentioned last inning, Overitis essentially in a double switch, unconventional double switch. Both him and Costin trotting out of the bullpen. Overitis coming in for Santana. Costin came in for Ives. As Overitis fouls it off, trying to do the same as his battery mate, getting out of a tough jam. Here, Overitis looking to deliver, in a tough jam for Taman. The 0-1 outside. Taman, maybe not to the same extent as Ives, but has struggled with the walks in this one. Walked a few Steamers, has allowed 4 hits. The pitch skied, left side of the infield. Morgan will watch it go out of play as the count goes to 1-2. Now with Overitis in there, the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets batting back to back. And 3 of the 4 in the lineup here. The 1-2, high, and it's 2-2. Breaking ball drifted high. The breaking ball's been strong to righties with Taman, but to lefties hung a little bit high. And the 2-2 swing and a miss. He struck him out. A huge out for Taman as he blows the fastball by Overitis. And there's 2 outs now as Ty Garza, the number 9 hitter for the Steamers, comes in. Steamers have had their fair share of opportunities, but only 1 run to show for it. And the first pitch to Garza is high. Bases loaded opportunity in the 3rd. That was left stranded, and now runners on 1st and 2nd. And the 1-0 is left low. It's 2-0 to Garza. Still searching for his first hit in a Steamers uniform. And the ball goes outside. It's 3-0. On base will work too. From the 3rd baseman who made a fantastic diving play an inning prior. Who knows how that inning could have transpired if he didn't make the play. Garza tossing the bat. Thought it was ball 4. Called strike 1. Another frustrated hitter tonight on a 3-0 pitch. Garza was a little frustrated last night. Thought he earned a walk, but ended up striking out. Garza will take that instead. A line drive to center field. Abbott around 3rd. He will score, and the Steamers get a run back. It's now 5-2. Who needs a walk when you can drive in a run? Ty Garza to center field. And now 2 on, 2 outs for the second baseman, Luke Myers. Garza tosses the bats. He gets it right back and delivers a big knock. And the first pitch to Myers is outside, ball one. Myers reaching on an infield single his first time. It comes up in a big spot here in the fourth. The 1-0 is high, ball two. Taman's control starting to wane here in the fourth. Steamers matching the run in the top half of the inning by the Clovers. And now have an opportunity to do a bit more. So they look to come from behind here. They've trailed the entire game. As mentioned earlier, the first time the Steamers have trailed all season. They were front runners in both the 6-inning victory over the Outer Banks and the 9-inning win last night against Tarboro, and the 3-0 pitch, Myers taking all the way for a strike. "3-1. In there when the count runs 4. Both runners will be off. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Goff awaits if the inning continues. Taman delivers. Fly ball to right field, playable for Lyon. He's going to come in, and he will make the catch. 2 runners stranded, but a run across on the hit by Garza. We go to the top half of the fifth. The Clovers lead the Clams 5-2. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Feral Gas. For easy and reliable service, Feral Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at feralgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com for more details. That Steamers run in the bottom half of the fourth, brought to you by Feral Gas, easy propane service. Starting his first full inning of work, second inning on the mound for Ruben Costin. Got out of the big jam, only allowing 1 run in the fourth. And he will face Zoltowski, Thomas, and Lyon, 6, 7, 8 for the Clovers. And the first pitch from Costin, a big cut and a miss by Zoltowski. Singled his last time against Ives. Costin with the huge 2 punch-outs to end the bases-loaded jam. Zoltowski to center, Padgett right to him, barely has to move, and 2 pitches, 1 out here in the fifth. And now Isaiah Thomas coming up. Go all the way back to the first inning. Thomas, the single to left, scored a run, but the second runner caught down at second. And Thomas was left stranded to end the frame. He takes a ball high. Isaiah Thomas, UNC Pembroke, junior outfield. He takes a huge cut and a miss. As mentioned before, All-State, All-Conference Athlete of the Year. He's a senior hitting .338 with 2 home runs at Troy High School in North Carolina. And the 1-1 taken outside by Thomas helped the Eagles to the first state championship in school history. They have a team, the Yankees, Rockets, got the one local team in there, though, the Hurricanes. They're not too happy with the NHL playoff result, but takes the pitch outside. It's 2-2. Well, Yankees fans, imagine some of these players down here. Derek Cheater, favorite player for the Steamers. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out. Costin gets Thomas out, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. And now Lyon coming to the plate. Big strikeout there from Costin, who's been exactly what Coach Hill wanted out of the pen. Big cut and a miss by Lyon. Coming in, throwing strikes. Ives struggled, the second straight really Steamers starter in back-to-back nights that has struggled with the walks. And hoping for back-to-back nights for a reliever out of the pen to quiet the run production. As Costin, another strike in there, it's quickly 0-2 to Lyon, looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th to get the Clams bats back at up at the dish. The 0-2 pitch is outside. Costin really working with the fastball here. Haven't seen a ton of breaking balls. Fastball fly out to center field to Padgett. Then just overpowered Thomas in the last batter. Lions takes the 1-2. Costin about to walk off the mound, but it's called a ball outside. 2-2 now the count. 2 outs, top of the 5th in a 5-2 ball game. Clovers lead it. 2-2 pitch outside, and the count goes from 0-2 all the way up to 3-2 to Zach Lyon, the right fielder. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Costin delivers, and it's high, ball 4. Maybe not a cardinal sin of the game, but 2 out walks coming back by pitchers more often than not. But here, hopefully, for the Steamers, Costin can get out of this. 2 outs, a walk to Lyon, and now the number 9 man, Jack Stark, will come to the plate. Had a bunt single earlier in this one. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Lined a single through the hole his last time, batting from the left side, batting from the right side here. So far in this game, seems like he's better from the left side, but... And the 0-1 is high. Stark so far this season, 9 plate appearances, 7 at-bats coming in, only a 143 average. But tonight, really the exact opposite from center field production at the 9 spot. The 1-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And just like Lyon a batter ago, Costin is one strike away from getting out of the 5th. Costin gets the sign. And he delivers with the 1-2. Fly ball, foul territory, and that'll get out of play. And finally going on to Freemason Street here in Edenton. Historic Hicks Field at the corner of Ride and East Freemason. Next to John H. Holmes High School. 1-2. Costin delivers. That one grounded foul again by Stark. Get him with a low breaking pitch there, and Stark fouling it off. Fireworks last night. Steamers fireworks in the first 4 innings. Hasn't been exactly the same. Only two runs compared to 6 last night. Costin looking to get the bats going back again as Stark flies it. High fly ball, playable for Goff. He waves everyone off, and he will make the catch to end the top half of the 5th inning. One runner left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Steamers got some work to do. Down 3. The Clovers lead it 5-2. The Steamers are excited to announce a newfound partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. This season will mark our first annual jersey fundraiser for the organization. To coincide with our Chowan County Cantaloupes moniker, we will be wearing special themed jerseys on all home Wednesdays at historic Hicks Field. On our final home Wednesday on July 19th, we're auctioning off the Cantaloupes jerseys. All proceeds will go towards the Boys and Girls Club of the Albemarle. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to the RC Theaters of the Albemarle, 8 for their sponsorship and support of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for your support of this great cause. Bottom of the 5th inning, top of the order for the Steamers. Ryan Goff, quickly 0-2, a strike called and a foul off. For the Steamers shortstop, perfect guy to get a rally started here in the 5th. And the 0-2 is lofted into left field, a base hits. Goff is on for the 2nd time. And now Ryan Kay will step up. Got his first hit of the season. Favorite athlete, Manny Machado. Manny Machado fan. And the first pitch to Kay, inside, ball 1. And Kay. The 1-0 pitch is outside, as it's quickly 2-0. Nickname Dude. California kid, go figure. The nickname Dude for Ryan Kay. 2-0. Hack there from Kay. I don't know if that was a practice swing or not. Very, very nonchalant, just kind of waved at it. And Kay kind of looking down at the sign, maybe thinking it was a hit and run there. You have to imagine as he checks down at the sign. Of course, gotta give Kay a bit of a benefit of the doubt. He came in yesterday, and he swings over top of that one, 2-2. But a feeble hack at the 2-0. Had to be a hit and run there. Checks the belt. 2-2. Kay to right. Lyon drifts back. He'll have it, and he'll make the catch. And 1 out. As Goff retreats to first, and Gabe Kirk comes up. Steamers offensively stranding the base runners tonight. The past few nights it's been runners in scoring position. Success tonight. Been a bit of a struggle in that department. Stranded the bases loaded in the 3rd. A few runners left on in the 4th. As Kay takes that one low, and 1 on here in the 5th. The Steamers look to continue to cut into the lead. Okay, Kirk getting the signs here, and the 1-0 is in there for a strike. No bullpen action going for the Clovers. There was some stirring in there the last frame as Taman 4 1/3. K checks and no swing. Appeal to the umpire when it goes to 2-1. From Olivet College. And the 2-1 floats in there for a strike. Kirk, David Ortiz, favorite athlete of all time. Come up with a hit here. Kirk, left field, long run for Thomas. He's not gonna get it. It falls in for a base knock. Hit from Kirk, and the Steamers in business. And Macon Winslow looking for some redemption here with runners on first and second. It's not about how hard you hit it, folks. It's about placement, and Kirk right there. Thomas really playing straight up in left field. Could not get it. And coming out is Clovers head coach Landry Moore. Excuse me, Chris Moore out there, the pitching coach. Coaching staff for the Clovers. Perfect opportunity here. Landry Moore in his second season. Cleveland High School graduate. He's coached at both Barton College and Campbell University. Chris Moore, the assistant coach, along with Matt Ellsworth. The Steamers, Justin Hill, the head coach, along with Delton Stallings, the assistant. Cody Johnson, the pitching coach. Still yet. Winslow bunts. Taman is going to throw him out at first. The sacrifice is successful. Rarely do you see a cleanup hitter place a bunt down. But in this case, Steamers looking to roll the dice here, and with one hit from Abbott could plate 2. 2 on, 2 out. Abbott a drive to right field. Lyon drifting back, and it's going to get down. 1 run will score. Coming in from third is Kirk. He will score, and Abbott will coast into second with a 2 RBI double to right. Steamers roll the dice with a sac bunt, and Abbott pays dividends with a double to right field. Off the bat, a mammoth shot by Abbott, and now the Steamers are 1 run away from tying the game up. And the first pitch to Paget is outside. Tate Abbott, his second hit of the game. He scored the Steamers' second run, and he drives in 2. Ball gets away from Maldonado. Abbott will go to third. Tate Abbott with a big hit. And the pitch to Paget. Paget grounds it to third. Morgan, the throw to first, and he got him. Great play by Morgan, but the Steamers strike for 2. Designated hitter Tate Abbott with a 2 RBI double, and the lead for the Clovers is down to 1. We go to the 6th. Clayton leads Edenton 5-4. The Edenton Steamers are excited to announce that they will be hosting 2 youth baseball camps this summer. This year's camp dates are June 14th through the 16th and July 19th through the 21st. Young ball players between the ages of 5 and 13 are welcome. The cost is $100 to register. Your kid will receive first-class instruction with some of the best college baseball players around. Visit EdentonSteamers.com to register today. Top half of the 6th inning, now 5-4 ball game. The Steamers have scored 3 unanswered in the bottom of the 4th and the bottom of the 5th. The bottom of the 5th, Macon Winslow, the cleanup hitter with the sac bunt with 1 out, put runners on 2nd and 3rd, and the designated hitter, Tate Abbott, with the clutch 2-run double to right to bring the Steamers within 1 as the first pitch to Davy Morgan on, grounded to 3rd. Garza, tough play. Garza to throw to 1st. It gets by Kirk. Morgan gonna head for 2nd, and he'll get in there. Tough play by Garza, charging in. Threw it low, and Kirk could not hold on. Play like that, Garza just got to hold on to it. Not going to beat the speedy Morgan to first base. As Costin in his 2nd full inning of work has 2 2/3 under his belt. But now the Clovers looking to respond. Maldonado squaring around. It gets in and out of the glove of Oritis. And less than 2 batters into the 6th inning, the Clovers already have a runner at 3rd base and in striking distance. Maldonado, similarly to Winslow, just looking to square around and advance the runner. But Overitis, who didn't even start the game at catcher, could not hold on. And now the corner's in for the Steamers with Morgan over at 3rd base. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Careens off the home plate umpire for tonight's game. And the count goes to 1-1. No one out. Even the top half of the 6th inning. Maldonado and Overitis exchanging some words at the plate as the 1-1 gonna come here from Costin. Both teams with action in the pen as we enter into the later stages of this one. Steamers looking to win their 3rd straight. Clovers looking to get back in the win column. 1-1 gets away from Overitis. Morgan's gonna come home. And a run fueled by Steamers' mistakes. A ball to Maldonado when it's now 6-4 Clovers. Steamers get 2 back, and the Clovers answer the error at first from Kirk. The wild pitch as the 2-1 is high, and at this point for Costin, just got to reset on the mound. From a weak dribbler of a hit, error, and Morgan comes all the way around to score the 6th run for the Clovers. And the 3-1 in there for a strike, and the count runs full to Maldonado, 2 for 2 with 2 hits and a walk. The number 2 spot for the Clovers. Looking to reach for the 4th time here. 3-2 pitch coming from Costin. Swinging a foul ball, foul. A rocket down the first base line, foul. And the count remains full. Line score for both teams so far. Clovers 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Steamers 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error as well, coming in this inning to Kirk. Full count pitch coming to Maldonado. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball, and Maldonado is down swinging, and there's one away here in the 6th. And now the second baseman, Mike Snyder, stepping in. Schneider, Indiana Tech. 2023 injured, but through 2020 to 2023 with Indiana Tech, 120 games played, 104 games started, 322 average, 22 doubles. And he swings and fouls the first pitch out of play. 26 home runs, back-to-back seasons with 10-plus home runs. 113 runs batted in, but spent this past season injured for most of the year, didn't really play. Isn't a force for the Clovers here so far through 8 games. One pitch, a breaking ball that floats outside. Clovers coming off of a loss to the Sanford Spinners 7-5 last night. The Old North State League sitting 3rd in the standings. Breaking pitch, don't know where that ended up. It's called a ball. Standings in the Eastern Division of the Old North State League as the 2-1's driven to right center field. Paulson drifting back. Paulson will get under it and he makes the catch. Kept drifting back, but Paulson makes the catch. And there's 2 away as Garrett Moffitt stepping in. Standings in the Old North South League. Going to the Central Division, the Sanford Spinners, 2-1. Sandhills Bogies as the first pitch to Moffitt in their first strike. Got the High Point Hush Puppies, Pittsville Luckies, and Oak City Gliders in the Central. In the Eastern Division, where the Clovers are from, Kingston Wingmen lead the division, haven't lost a game in 4 games played. And the 0-1, a big swing and a miss from Moffitt. Then the Brunswick Surf and Turfs 2-1, and then the Clovers sit 3rd, 4-4 overall, and 3-4 in conference play. Fayetteville Shoots and the River City Skippers rounding out the Eastern Division of the Old South League. As the 0-2 is bounced low, it's 1-2. Both teams champs last season in their respective leagues. The Steamers winning the PCL championship over the Tarboro River Bandits they took down last night. And the Clovers winning their championship, the Old North State League. And the 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul ball by Moffitt. One ball, 2 strikes. Costin delivers. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Costin gets the big strikeout, but a run across extends the Clovers lead out to 6-4. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. Steamers trail the Clovers 4-6. The Albemarle Area United Way is a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Sunday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing specially themed patriotic jerseys for their game. Jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you would like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way. Some changes here at Historic Hicks Field as we enter the bottom half of the 6th. Paulson, Overitis, and Garza do up against a new pitcher for the Clovers. Taking over for Roy Taman, who goes 5 innings, allows 4 runs, is number 30, Shea DeFalco from Clayton, North Carolina, the 5'11", 165 left-hander from Guilford Tech Community College steps in. DeFalco so far has been strong out of the pen. 7 batters faced, 22 pitches. He's only thrown an inning in 1 game played, but did not allow a run. And he steps in against Nate Paulson. Paulson, Overitis, and Garza. DeFalco committed in the portal after announcing it on Twitter to go to Guilford Tech. Faces off against Paulson here. And the first pitch is low and in. It's 1-0. 8 games played, 14 innings pitched, a 5.79 ERA. 9 earned runs given up in the spring. Paulson sends a fly over to third. And a catch made over there by Zotowski, 1 away on 2 pitches. And now Tyler Overitis due up, struck out his first time. Overitis didn't start tonight's ball game. Giomar Santana, the matchup for Cody Ives, both to Chowan University. And the first pitch to Overitis is low for ball 1, and Overitis coming in when Costin entered the ball game in the 4th. And the 1-0 outside. Have to imagine for Coach Moore bringing in DeFalco to face the lefty Overitis. Got 3 other righties at the bottom of the lineup, though. And the 2-0 pitch. That went inside, and it plunked Overitis. A few balls outside, and this one comes all the way inside. And for the 4th consecutive inning, the Steamers will have at least 1 base runner. The last 2 innings they've capitalized with 3 runs. And now stepping up is Ty Garza. RBI single in the 4th. Made it a 5-2 ball game at the time. We go back to that at bat. 3-0. Garza takes a strike. He tosses the bat, and then the very next pitch he deposits it into center field for a base knock. And a big cut and a miss at the first pitch from the third baseman. Yeah, if I were him, definitely take that. Took his frustrations out on the base hit. And the pitch, line drive right at to second. Hit on a line right to Snyder. And 2 outs there. And Luke Myers stepping in. Garza hit it hard. As he's going back to the dugout here, giving little tips to Goff. Myers as well. And the first pitch, swing and a miss to Myers over top of the breaking pitch. A 6-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 pitch to Myers. It's big cut and a miss at another breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. Back-to-back chases there for Myers. Oh, and 2 to Myers. Overitis at first. He got hit by a pitch. Myers bloops it into right field. That'll get down a base hit. Overitis advances to second. And for the third straight inning, the Steamers have a runner at least at second base. And now Ryan Goff stepping in there. He got a base hit his last time. 2 hits on the game. Has 5 RBIs. Looking to get a few more here. 2 on, 2 out. DeFalco's pitch. Goff lines it into left field, a base hit. Right to Thomas, so everyone will advance 1 base, but the bases are now loaded. Goff all over the first pitch, lines it into left. But too bad for the Steamers, he hit it on a line right to Thomas. Overitis at third, he got hit. Myers at second, he got a base knock. And Goff at first, he just singled. And Ryan Kay in there, and he shoots the first pitch foul. Kay last at bat, a bit really uncomfortable. 2-0, and then he really swung very feebly on an outside pitch and ended up getting retired. 0-1. Kay, right center field, drifting back is Stark. Lyon will reach up and make the catch. And for the second time tonight, the Steamers strand the bases loaded. We go to the top of the second. The Clovers lead the Clams 6-4. The Edenton Steamers and the Edenton Aces are excited to join forces as the Edenton Baseball Club. The Edenton Baseball Club's mission is to raise money to benefit historic Hicks Field and contribute to the longevity of our beautiful facility. On Saturday, June 17th, the Steamers will be wearing special themed jerseys that bear the logo of both the Steamers and the Aces. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and the proceeds from this jersey auction will directly benefit projects going on inside historic Hicks Field. We appreciate your support and our historic homestead. Welcome back to the top half of the 7th inning as we get into the later third of this ball game. The Steamers, it's been the runners in scoring position, the kryptonite tonight. 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, but over 8 runners stranded, including 2 times with the bases loaded. And now 5, 6, and 7 due up. Austin, who took over in the 4th inning with runners on, with the bases loaded, for the starter Cody Ives, who gave up 5 runs. Costin has only allowed 1, and it wasn't earned. It was on an error by Garza last inning to shut the Clovers down the past 3 frames. As Dunlap is in there, and he takes the second pitch for a ball. And really, if the Steamers can come back in this one, it's a huge credit to the work that Costin has been able to do in the middle innings. And the 1-1 is fouled off. And the count goes to 1-2. Dunlap, Zoltowski, and Thomas due up here in the 7th. The 1-2. fouled off, and it remains 1-2. Action in the Steamers bullpen. Steamers that have not pitched so far have been Bausis, Dilda, Luke Dilda, Hank Downham. A few others set to arrive as well. Cannon Piquel, Alex Gianna Scoli, Tyrus Baumgartner. Is that one taken high? It's 2-2. Again, the first game for the Steamers only using one pitcher. Chandler Padgett went 5 innings. Got the win, struck out 6, only allowed 1 run against the Outer Banks. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled off. Last night, Loveday going the first 3 1/3. Chris Morris took over for him, went the next 3 2/3. And then an inning each from Horton and Cole Taylor to secure the victory. And the bullpen right now at a streak of only 1 run given up, and that one unearned. The 2-2 fouled off. Standing at almost a full game's length of bullpen work in the last 2 games. Last game, keeping the Steamers in the lead, and this one keeping them in it. The 2-2 is low. 6-4, top of the 7th. A little scoring summary how we got here. 4 runs in the top of the first from the Clovers on 3 walks by Cody Ives. Could have been 5, if not for a wonderful throw and tag by Kay and Santana. Steamers got another run in the bottom half of the first. Dunlap fouls that one off, making it 4-1. It stayed 4-1 until the 4th, when the Clovers pushed another run across. Costin came in and got out of trouble to keep it at 5-1. Steamers got a run back in the bottom of the 4th to make it 5-2 on an RBI hit by Garza. Bottom of the 5th, a 2-run double by Tate Abbott made it 5-4. And then in the top half of the 6th, a wild pitch allowing Davey Morgan to score. 3-2 pitch coming here to Dunlap. Dunlap lines it to left center field. That'll get down a base hit. Jackson Dunlap leads off the top of the 2nd with a base knock, and the Clovers have a base runner. And now Zach Soltowski stepping in. Dunlap his first hit of the ball game, as the Clovers hunting for some insurance here late in this one. Costin delivers the first pitch high. 6-4 ball game. Clovers looking for their first ever win against the Steamers. 2nd year playing between the 2 teams. Clovers becoming an organization just a few years ago. And the 1-0 outside. As mentioned in the open of the broadcast, Clams going 2-0 in the matchups last season. Both games happened in June. Few matchups were set up for July, but both postponed and ended up being canceled due to rain. And the 1-1 is outside. 2-1 the count to Zotowski. Austin comes set and delivers the 2-1 pitch. High, ball 3. Count goes to 3-1. Ben Bausis looks like warming up in the Steamers bullpen down the left field line. The 3-1 pitch from Costin, swung on, grounded, could be 2. Myers to Goff, Spinorama, and he throws to first and got him a double play. Myers to Goff to Kirk. 4-6-3, turn it up. And the Steamers a huge 2 outs. Huge for Costin. And now Isaiah Thomas comes up with 2 away and the base is empty. And the first pitch to Thomas is high, ball one. Great pitch by Costin, slow roller, beautiful turn by the middle infielders. They were doing those drills in practice the other day, and man, and Myers turn it, and Goff the spinorama. Very risky move there, but Goff made it work for the two outs, as the 1-0 is outside to Thomas. 2-0. Defense for the Clams. It's been a bit hit or miss today. They have an error, but a few phenomenal plays as well, as the count runs to 3-0. The pitch inside. Get the play from K that saved a run and left on the throw home. Garza, the diving stop that also saved a run back in the 4th inning. A few nice running snabs as well in the field, and that play preventing what could have been a single up the middle. And 3-0 outside, a walk. Costin puts Thomas on with 2 outs. For the second time tonight, Costin has walked a Clover with 2 outs, and now Zach Lyons stepping in. As Bausis continues to warm in the bullpen, no one up for the Clovers. It looks like DeFalco will at least go back out there for the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Lyon. In there for a called strike. Costin came in the 4th inning. Got out of a bases loaded jam in his 3rd full inning of work. 3 1/3 so far. 1 run has come in, but that was unearned on an error by Kirk at first. The 0-1. High, back pick to first, and Thomas is back. High throw. Thomas leaning a bit off of first. Overatis tried to pick him off. Tried to pick him off as well on the high throw. Checking the runner over there. 6 stolen bases last night for the River Bandits. No steals tonight for the Clovers, as the 1-1 in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2 to Lyon. Costin looking to get the Steamers through the top of the 7th here. 1-2. 2 outs. He delivers. Going, hit and run, grounded to Garza. Garza on 2 hops. Throws to first, he got him. Costin gets out of the frame, works a double play, and a ground out to Garza. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3 chances left for the Steamers, who still trail it 6-4. Can't come to historic Hicks Field? You can tune into every Steamers home game right here on YouTube. All 30 Steamers home games and a select few road games will be right here on YouTube, so you can watch your Steamers at any time on the go right here on YouTube. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Do the Steamers have a comeback in them? 6-4, Clovers lead it. Bottom of the 7th, excuse me, and time 3-4-5. Kirk, Winslow, and Abbott due up. against Shea DeFalco in his second inning of work. Steamers have struggled all night with runners in scoring position. Can they set themselves up again? And the first pitch to Kirk is low and away, ball one. Kirk, a sac fly earlier in the ball game that got the Steamers on the board back in the first. He scored on the double by Abbott, and he's big cut and a miss through the pitch from DeFalco. DeFalco, his best game of the spring season, as Kirk swings through for make it 1-2. 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 Ks, no runs given up against Cleveland Community College. He sends the 3-1. 1-2, excuse me. Kirk swings over top of it, strikes out, and there's one away here in the 7th. Over top of that breaking ball. And now Macon Winslow comes up with no one on. Winslow, few opportunities with runners in scoring position tonight. The struggle for Winslow. Start the season. An opportunity here to get a rally going late in this one with the Steamers down 2 when he takes a pitch inside. Winslow, before Pro 5 baseball, played for the Paquimins County Pirates and was an integral part in back-to-back 1A North Carolina state championships, and played with former Steamer, now first baseman at UNC Wilmington, Tanner Thatch. Fortunately, Thatch and the Seahawks unable to get it done today, a loss to Coastal Carolina in the Super Regional. Winslow, a 2-1 count now. Abbott, who has 3 RBIs waiting in the on-deck circle. And get a base runner for Abbott here. 2-1, big cut and a miss. Winslow going down to one knee on the swing. Winslow caught the second game. He DH'd the first ball game of the season. Now the extra hitter tonight. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for DeFalco, and there's 2 away here in the 7th. Another breaking pitch. He's been working that past inning and a half here for DeFalco. And now Tate Abbott. Tate Abbott, the Steamers come back and tie and or win this ball game. It's going to be a big part to number 20. 2 RBI double in the 5th, made it a 5-4 ball game, was stranded over at third. But when you need a big hit, the Steamers can call on Tate Abbott, the man who made the final out in last season's PCL championship game. And he takes the 1-0 pitch outside. The first baseman from Catawba Community College. One of 6 returning players for the Steamers. And the 2-0 pitch from DeFalco inside. And the laser focus from Abbott tonight. 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Now he's on the verge of getting on again, unless DeFalco can serve up a strike. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, and takes one right down the middle for a strike. Drift and Paget on deck if the inning continues. And the 3-1. Grounded to second. Playable for Snyder. Throws over to first in a 1-2-3 inning for DeFalco, who shuts down the Steamers in the 7th. We go to the 8th. The Clovers lead the Steamers 6-4. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. 6-4 ball game. Clovers and Steamers. Clovers looking to go to 5-4 on the season. They're 3-4 in conference play in the Old North State League. Steamers looking to avoid a 2-1 start. They are 6 outs away, however. Ruben Costin out there for his 4th full inning here. He has delivered 3 2/3. 9-1-2 due up for the Clovers in the top of the 8th. Jack Stark, Davey Morgan, and Peter Maldonado. Costin only 1 run allowed in 3 2/3. That one was unearned on an error. Stark squaring around, and he takes a ball low. Stark reaching on a bunt single all the way back in the 2nd inning. Was gunned out at 3rd as the Clovers threatened, but did not score. And the 1-0 from Costin. Swing and a miss. Costin dominant out of the pen. As mentioned earlier, the Steamers' pen continuing to dominate. Starters have struggled really the past 2 nights, giving up a combined 7 runs. But the bullpen, only 1 run given up, and that was unearned. Skied by Stark. Garza trying to find it. Foul territory. He'll come over, and he'll drop it. And Stark will get another opportunity. Garza trying to locate it just outside the Steamers' dugout down the 3rd base line. Could not come up with the catch, and the count goes to 1-2. Stark now looking to capitalize with an extra opportunity. I'm warming in the Steamers' bullpen. Bausis was warming up earlier. And the 1-2, Stark sends this one foul. One ball, 2 strikes to Stark. Top of the 8th in a 6-4 game in the visitors' favor. Clovers lead at 6-4. 1-2. Breaking ball in there. Called strike 3. Another strikeout for Costin, and there's 1 away in the 8th. Froze him. Iceman on the mound there. Costin freezing Stark at the plate with a breaking pitch, and there's 1 away here in the 8th. And now Davey Morgan stepping in. And the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. Clovers, the next game they will have will be tomorrow at home against the Wingmen of Kingston, who lead the Eastern Division. For the Steamers, they'll have a day off tomorrow after 3 games in 3 days. They'll have an off day tomorrow and face off against another non-conference, non-PCL opponent, the High Point Air Force, on Monday. The final game of a 3-game homestand right here at historic Hicks Field. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Goes to 1-2. Bausis has resumed throwing in the bullpen. Wonder if he'll be in the 9th, as Hill looks to try and push Costin through the 8th inning here. The 1-2. Morgan sends it to right center field. Paget ranging over. Paget runs it down. Drifts through the outfield to make the catch. Driftin' Paget covering all the ground at historic Hicks Field. No easy hits in the outfield as Paget retires Morgan on a great snag, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, and Maldonado stepping in. struck out his last time. It's the first time he's been retired tonight, and the first pitch takes an extra bounce on the way to the plate for ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Costin. On grounded foul. Costin, as great as he has pitched, and he has pitched phenomenally here in relief, got to give credit to the defense for the Steamers. Mentioned a bit earlier in the telecast, but diving plays all over. Paget was ranging way over to left center, tracking a ball down that was in the heart of right center field off the bat of Morgan, preventing extra bases from the speedy leadoff man. Kay in the first gunned down and saved a run. It could loom large late in this one, and the 1-1. Just like the first pitch, bounds in the dirt. This one gets behind Overitis. Steamers in the bottom of the 8th inning will have the center fielder Paget, the right fielder Paulson, and the catcher Overitis down 2. And the 2-1 is taken for a strike. It's 2-2. 2-2. 2 outs. The number 2 hitter at the plate, number 27, Peter Maldonado. Costin delivers. Swung on, grounded, high chopper to first. Kirk takes the hop and takes it to the bag. And a 1-2-3 inning. Another one for Costin. Steamers looking to get a rally going here in the final 2 frames. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Clovers lead the Clams 6-4. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field, bottom of the 8th. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Steamers. Paget, Paulson, and Overitis looking to start a rally against left-hander Shade DeFalco, who is in his 3rd inning of work. Driftin' Paget coming up. Flied out to right earlier in the ball game. No hits. Had 2 last night, a single and a double. Would love to get another one here to start a rally for the Steamers. DeFalco's first pitch is low, ball 1. Paget, 6 foot 185. 2022 USA South All-Academic Team. 2nd team All-Region. USA South All-Conference. Played summer ball for the Boom Bigfoots last season. Played against these Steamers. And the 1-0 is taken outside. Ball 2. Paget, 46 games in the spring. 166 average. 166 at bats, excuse me, as the ball drifts outside, and it's 3-0. 283 average, 411 OBP, There's a few hits so far this season. And the 3-0. Taking all the way in there for a strike on the inner half. So far this season in 7 at-bats, 2 hits, 286. Average 286 OBP and 429 slugging. The 3-1. Paget grounds it through the hole. Tough play, and not gonna get him is Zotowski. And Paget will reach with an infield single. Morgan laid out for it. It went under his glove, and by the time Zotowski had it, Paget was already at the first base bag. And now Paget at first, and who else do you want at the plate in this situation? Nate Paulson. The Steamers team MVP, Gasecki Award winner last season. And it Geiske Award winner last season. Throw over to first, and Paulson, big cut at the first pitch, fouls it off. He was an all-star. Huge contributor offensively. And what a time to get going here with a runner at first. He's the tying run at first. First pitch inside, almost got him. Great snag by Maldonado to prevent it from going to the backstop. Arm warming, side armor warming in the Clovers bullpen. 1-1. Paulson takes it just low for ball 2. The sophomore in the spring. 50 games played, 50 starts. He hit 10 home runs for the Yellow Jackets. Big cut and a miss. He was thinking about a home run right there over top of the breaking pitch, and it's 2-2. 233 average, 466 slugging, and a 317 OBP for the Yellow Jackets, a huge spot. 2-2 the pitch. Low, and the count runs 4. Haven't seen the Steamers doing a lot of hit and runs here. Be interesting, tried it here. Had the sacrifice bunt that led to the RBI knock by Abbott back in the 5th. 3-2 pitch coming. Paulson takes ball 4, and the Steamers have the tying run on. 2 on, nobody out, and now the late entrant in tonight's ball game, Tyler Overitis, will come up in a mound visit here for DeFalco, who's facing his really second threat. And we'll see. Looks like it's just a mound visit here. And a conversation. Again, there's no limits on mound visits like there is in the professional game. Take as many as you want. Home plate umpire going up to kind of break it up here and see what's going on. And looks to be just kind of strategy here as head coach Landry Moore venturing back to the Clovers bench. As DeFalco will at the very least face Overitis, the lefty, and a lefty on lefty. The tying run at first in Paulson, he walked. Paget at second, he reached on an infield single. And the pitch to Overitis is inside, ball 1, inside and low. Again, Overitis, a late entrant into the ball game. He came in the 4th inning for Giomar Santana, essentially a 2-player switch. Overitis, a grounder foul down the first baseline. Costin and Overitis have come in. Overitis, well, he hasn't had the same success as Costin. He has an opportunity to be huge here. 1-1. Low and away. Count goes to 2-1 to Tyler Overitis. Following his fellow Yellow Jacket now at the plate from Paulson. Overitis lines it to right. It'll get down. Paget will hold up at third as Lyon throws in. It's cut off. And the Steamers will have the bases loaded for the third baseman, Ty Garza. And the tying run is now at second base. And that's will do it. It looks like for DeFalco, Moore has come back out. And we will have a pitching change in the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded for the Steamers. Looking to tie things up here at historic Hicksfield. Welcome back to historic Hicksfield. A pitching change for the visiting Clovers with the bases loaded. Right-hander Whit Branham, the Elgin, South Carolina native, 6'3", 175, the sophomore from Florence Darlington Tech. A sidewinder out there on the mound for the Clovers, who comes in with the bases loaded. The tying run for the Steamers is at second base with Nate Paulson. So far on the season, Branham 4 innings pitched. He's pitched in 2 games, 18 batters faced, 58 pitches. He's given up 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, and a strikeout. 2 hit batters, a 3.50 earned run average, and he will be due up against Garza, Myers, and Goff if the inning continues that far. Bases loaded. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Branham's first pitch is fouled off. Ty Garza had a hit earlier in this ball game, again on a 3-1 pitch. First strike in which he threw the bat back. And the 0-1, and it hit him. Ball drifts inside, hits Garza, and that'll do the job. Paget walks in, and it's now a 6-5 ball game. 0-1 pitch. The sidewinder, Branham, throwing a fastball that clips the shoulder. And now the second baseman, Myers, can put the Steamers in front, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Tying run at third in Paulson. He walked. Out at second is Overitis. He singled. And the 0-1 is inside. And Garza over at first. He just got hit by a pitch. Infield is in for the Clovers, who have led this entire ball game. 1-1 pitch to Myers. Myers lines it foul down the right field line. Luke Myers had an RBI a few nights ago against Outer Banks on a walk. He pitched, worked an 8-pitch walk. The 1-2, Myers shoots another one foul. Little salute to Coach Hill over there after the swing. The man they call Mighty Mouse at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, looking to come up with a big hit. Branham the 1-2. High and outside, it's 2-2. Luke Myers, 52 games played in the spring, second most on the Hawks. And the 2-2 is inside, it's 3-2. And the Clovers in danger of giving away another run without the Steamers recording a hit. 242 average in the spring. Myers fighting one off. And the count remains full. Choking up on the bat. Protecting with the full counts. Branham in his three-quarter delivery. Sets and delivers, and another foul ball by Myers. Fielders getting a bit tired out there for the Clovers. Myers doing what Luke Myers does best, working the counts. Branham, the pitch. Myers, this one in play, drifting back, and cannot make the catch. And the at-bat will continue. Dunlap, who was in home plate prevent defense, running back, sliding, and unable to come up with the play in foul territory. And Myers will get another crack at it. Bases loaded. 6-5 Clovers lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2 count. Branham the pitch. High ball 4, and the Steamers have tied it. Luke Myers walks, and Paulson comes in, and it's a 6-6 ball game. With still nobody out, and Ryan Goff coming up. Just the player you want in this situation if you're the Steamers this season. And the first pitch to Goff is taken for a strike. What an at-bat by Luke Myers. 9 pitches. Fouling off a handful. Getting a bit lucky too at the end. Goff grounds it to third. Morgan coming home. They get one there, and that's all they'll get. 1 out at the plate, and the game remains tied on the chopper to third. Heads up play by Morgan. Infield in. Threw it right home. Maldonado maybe could have had Goff at third, but smart play by him not to risk it. And now Ryan Kay. Scenario you couldn't dream up in years. Arrived at the field yesterday, and a day later, starting and coming up with the game tied and the bases loaded in the 8th. 0-1. High and inside. The count goes to 1-1. Ryan Kay, the Steamers left fielder. The 1-1. Shoots it to first. Dunlap knocks it down. Dunlap's throw is wide at home. A run comes in. Coming around third is Myers. He will score. 2 runs across on the error. And the Steamers have taken the lead in the 8th. And E3 by Jackson Dunlap. Throws it wide of Maldonado. 2 runs come in. And the Steamers, for the first time tonight, have come back and taken the lead. After trailing the game by as much as 4 in the top half of the first. And 5-1 again heading into the bottom of the 4th. It's now 8-6, and Kirk looking for more. The pitch outside, ball 1. Steamers scored 3 unanswered to make it 5-4. Clovers made it 6-4. The pitch inside almost got him. Steamers pitching has done its job, and now a 4 spot in the bottom of the 8th, and the Steamers have the lead. And a big cut 2-0 as Kirk swings over top of it. And just what the Clovers did to the Steamers in the top of the first, the Steamers returning the favor in the 8th inning. Kirk up the middle, that'll score another run. 1 run is in. Coming around third is K. He will score a 2 RBI single for Gabe Kirk. And the Steamers have put up a 6 spot in the 8th. It's now 10-6. And still only 1 out. And Landry Moore will come out to the mound. Not exactly what he wanted out of Whit Branham. And that'll do it for Branham. The Steamers exploding in the 8th. We got a pitching change. The Steamers now lead it 10-6. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Coming into the inning, Steamers down 6-4. Few batters later, just a few, it's now a 6 spot in the 8th. Nearly batting around as the cleanup hitter Winslow comes up. 6 runs. On just a few hits, it started with an infield single by Padgett, a walk, and then a hit batter to Garza, which brought in the first run. Myers with the walk, and a new pitcher on the mound from Pfeiffer. Elijah Pittman, 4 Oaks, North Carolina, 6 foot 185, the right-hander freshman, looking to limit any more damage. The Steamers now have a 4-run lead and have a runner at first base. Davis Halstead is in for Gabe Kirk over at first base, and the first pitch from Pittman is in there for a strike. One on, 1 out. 6 runs already across. Winslow drives it to left. That'll get down past Thomas. Halstead going to third. Winslow cruises into second with a 1-out double, and everyone's reaching for the Steamers. 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And now the man who's been a stalwart offensively the entire game to this point will get a crack at it here in the 8th, Tate Abbott. Steamers bat around in the 8th. Abbott, the 5th hitter. The 9th man, the 10th man to the plate. Abbott swings at the first pitch, sends it to right. Lyon coming charging in. Shallow right. He can't make the catch. It falls. Halstead coming in. Winslow to third. It gets into the Steamers' dugout. And coming out to wave the play off. Winslow will score. 2 runs come across. And the nightmarish inning for the Clovers continues. Abbott goes all the way around to third. And now the Steamers, after being down by 2 entering the inning, have now doubled up the Clovers. It's now 12-6. In no man's land to right field. Driftin Paget, his second at-bat of the inning, he reached on an infield single to start it off, and he takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So right there, I think that's Snyder's ball on the fly ball to center, right center. Lyon had to come all the way in. Snyder kind of ducked away out of it. Lyon reached out, could not corral it. And the chaos ensued. Wild throw. 2 runs scored. And that one on the outside half, it's 1-2. 8 runs. Doubled what the Steamers scored in the first 7 innings combined. And the 1-2 pitch skied. This one in the infield. Zotowski underneath of it. He will make the catch for out number 2. The first out since Goff, the leadoff man, in the inning. And now Nate Paulson stepping in with 2 outs. Paulson walked. He was the second man to bat in the inning. And scored. And the first pitch to him is inside. Ball 1. The Steamers' success on offense continues. 28 runs now in the first 3 games. Paulson swings, pops it up. Coming in to make the play is Pittman to end the inning. But the Steamers explode for 8 in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Ben Bausis coming in for the Steamers, looking to close out their 3rd win of the season. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. Wow. Top of the 9th. New pitcher on the mound for the Steamers, their 3rd of the game from Chowan University. Fans might recognize him last night from starting at second base. Ben Bausis, one of 3 two-way players on the Clams, alongside Chris Morris, who pitched last night. And Hank Downham, who's over in the game at first base after Halstead pitch ran for Kirk. Hank Downham, former Edenton ace, right here, Edenton, North Carolina. He's in there at first base. His first appearance of the season at any juncture. And Ben Bausis on the mound in the spring for Chowan. 5 games pitched, 6 innings, 4.50 ERA, 1.95 whip, 5 earned runs, 5 Ks, 6.75 Ks per 9. 8 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Steamers steam all the way back to now double up the Clovers 12-6. 3, 4, 5, the final hope for the Clovers here in the ninth. Snyder, Moffett, and Dunlap. And the first pitch to Snyder is in there for a strike for Bausis. The 0-1 pitch from Bausis inside, ball 1. One pitch. Swung on, fouled off, and it's 1-2 to Snyder. Bausis a few years ago on the mound. 2022 with Cho on 3.48 earned run average, 0-3 in 20 and 2/3 innings pitched. 9 appearances, he had 14 strikeouts. His first appearance with the Steamers on the mound this season. The 1-2 pitch, and it's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Steamers looking to close out their 3rd win of the season. 2-2. Snyder pops it foul. For the Clovers would be a 2nd straight loss in a game they led through 7 innings, 7.5 innings, heading into the bottom of the 8th, until the Steamers turned the game on its head, scoring 8 runs in the 8th. Bausis looking to close it out. And the 2-2 pitch, fouled off again, and it remains 2-2. Bausis again, the versatility, middle infielder, right-handed pitcher as well. And like Chris Morris, has not only started in the field, but he's also now pitched. And the 2-2 fouled off, a pitch that was inside to Snyder. Hit it with his bat and fouled it off, the 3rd foul ball of the at-bat. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bausis delivers, and it's low. The count goes full. Bausis, one of 3 players from Chowan University. A game started by his teammate Ives, who went the first 3 1/3, gave up 5 runs. His teammate Bausis looking to complete a come-from-behind victory. The full count pitch. Fly ball to left center. Playable for Paget. He drifts over, and he makes the catch. 1 away in the 9th. And now Moffett stepping in. Moffett, RBI single back in the 1st inning. Been silenced ever since, and the ball drifts high. It's 1-0. The offense for the Steamers coming alive. Struggled with runners in scoring position most of this game, but the 8th, when the offense wakes up from hibernation there and puts an 8 spot on the board to give the Steamers a 12-6 lead. 2-0 now to Moffett. Trying to get on and start a rally for the Clovers. Sends a high fly ball that'll drift out of play. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitchers for the Steamers. Cody Ives, as mentioned, went the first 3 1/3. Gave up 5 runs. But Ruben Costin delivered on the mound. Only gave up 1 run in 4 2/3, excuse me. 1 run given up. It was unearned. And held the fort down, kept the game close, and the Steamers have now put him in the line for the victory. The 3-1 fly ball, the left center field. Coming in is K. He will get under it and he makes the catch 2 away. K puts Moffitt away and there's 2 outs in the 9th. Jackson Dunlap, the final hope for the Clovers in the 9th. And the first pitch, big cut and a miss by Dunlap. It's 0-1. Bouse is working from a stretch position. No long windup. He comes set and he's ready to go. And he delivers to Dunlap. Grounded foul. And the Clovers are down to their final strike. No balls. 2 strikes. 2 outs. And Bausis delivers. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and that's the ball game. The Edenton Steamers with a come-from-behind victory. They win it 12-6 over the Clayton Clovers to win 3 straight games to start the season. Most of this game, the Steamers were behind. 6-4 entering the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Steamers put up 8 runs in the 8th to go up 12-6 and win it. The winning pitcher of tonight's game is Ruben Costin. Shea DeFalco gets the loss, and the Steamers steamrolling into the 4th game of the season, 3-0. The next game for the Steamers will be the conclusion of this 3-game homestand Monday night against the High Point Air Force. For Jacob Smedley, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on YouTube. The Steamers win it. And it will head to Monday 3-0.